What's up, Pod Pals? It's your buddy Adam. I am the host of Podcasting Business School, the show where I teach you how to love your podcast like a hobby, but build it like a business. And we're doing a little podcasting tips and Q&A session here live on Wednesday night. Little tardy to the party, 7 minutes. Wow. I got chatty. I've been talking to a lot of podcasters. This is the third time I've been live today. Two of them weren't on my channel. It was other people's channels. Shout out to Ali Melody. We had a great live about podcast sponsorship. If you're not following Allison Melody TV on Instagram, make sure that you do. Check out that replay. What's up, Chris? Janet? Man, you guys are so consistent in supporting me. I appreciate that so much. We're live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. We are live on the IG. We're doing podcasting tips and Q&A. Tips are about using coaching sessions as podcast episodes. That's what we're going to jam on a little bit this evening. And I will blast away with any podcasting questions you have, any questions of the day. Chris says she's bored. Not for long, Pod Pal. So I want to know if you are using coaching sessions as podcast episodes. And if you have any questions about that or any podcasting questions in general, you can drop them in the comments anywhere that you are watching. So the first thing I want to cover are four, in my opinion, four different types of effective podcast episode styles. The two that everybody knows about are the solo episode, where you just go on there and jam and teach on a topic, and the interview, which everybody kind of starts off thinking that's mainly what podcasting is about. Like, I'm going to do interviews like Joe Rogan does or whatever. And those are the two that everybody knows about. But there's also community or panel based episodes where you have a group of people. Like when I do my Pod Pal Zoom parties, I record those. There's like 12, 15, 20 podcasters on there. I teach a little bit, but then everybody gets to chime in, and then it's a big group discussion. Or people recording Clubhouse rooms, same thing. That's more of a community-based episode. But then there's the coaching style episode where you bring somebody out of your audience and you provide value to them as a coach. And that does a lot of awesome things. So I'm going to talk about 4 reasons why you should be doing coaching style episodes. But also, I want to talk about who these are really good for. If you obviously are a coach, if you sell coaching services, if you sell memberships, if you act in a consulting or coaching way, like if you're in that role at all, then you really need to consider this. So the reasons you should be doing this, and I put up my very first Instagram carousel post. I worked very hard yesterday taking all these pictures of myself pointing and looking up and doing this and doing faces. So make sure you go to my Instagram at Podcasting Business School and look at my carousel posts that I put up today. It took me like 49 hours to do it yesterday. So please look at it, hit that like button, and maybe even share it in your Instagram story for me. But I have the 4 tips that I discussed in that world famous Instagram carousel post, the first one I've ever done, and there'll be more to come. So the first one is the coaching episode shows off your skills as a coach. You are going to be top of mind for your audience, where if we only do expert interviews, these people that we're trying to maybe think like maybe some of my listeners will be my coaching clients. Well, maybe, but if they view your guests as the expert and you're just that interviewer person, then they don't see you in that coaching. They don't see you through that coaching lens, I should say. So your audience is going to start to see you as a coach. You're going to be top of mind as a coach. And when they are ready to spend money on coaching, you're the name that's at the top of the list. I've had so many people tell me that, they realize there's a lot of people that do what I do, but there's not a lot of people that do what I do, how I do. And they know how I do based off of my coaching episodes. And they know that I vibe with them. So having that constant reminder of like, okay, this is what this guy does. He's thinking on his feet. He's showing off his coaching skills. That's the first reason. The second reason is this is a huge value add for your audience. Think about it. If you're pulling somebody out of the stands into the game, they represent your ideal listener because, they're willing to participate at a different level. They're not one of those passive listeners, which is okay. Like we love those people too. But the people we can most likely impact are the ones that are like, I want to interact. Like I want to do something. All right. So we are actually, adding huge value because these people will ask the questions that your ideal listener is wondering. You know what I'm saying? So like they are out there going, okay, they'll hear the person ask a certain question, have a certain pain point, like me too. Like that's the same exact pain point that I have too. So that is a huge, huge deal for your audience. The third reason why you should consider doing coaching style episodes are you create super fans. So I want you to all imagine what is like your favorite show. All right. What is your favorite show? And what is, what would your reaction be if you got invited in any capacity to contribute to that show? And what if your favorite podcaster like added so much value to you, it was life-changing and it was free? All right. These are free, by the way. I've had people make the mistake of trying to charge for these episodes. I'm like, no. This is a lead magnet. This is free. This is content. All right. So the key thing is we are creating these super fans. And even if they never buy anything that you ever sell, they will go out and recommend your show to other people. And most likely, if they're a super fan, if they're really into your stuff, the people that they hang out with are probably in that category as well. They're going to vibe with your message because they vibe with that person, right? So you're creating this legion of super fans. Every time I do this, like I get emails from people that like I just released a podcast audit with my buddy Quentin from Chain Clankers, and he gave me a big old report on how they're doing, and they're trying some of the stuff that we talked about, and his IG reels are going crazy now, and he's getting like 15,000 views on his reels. So like that little connectedness, and he's somewhere down the road, if he's like, yo, I need to level up with some coaching, I know I'm going to be top of mind because we have a relationship. You're building relationships with these super fans. That's the third reason to consider coaching episodes. The fourth one, you can promote your service, your coaching service, without being salesy. I'm not salesy. I'm not like this big, like, let's funnel these people. Not me. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not good at it. So a lot of people like me are afraid of selling and feeling salesy and being pushy. Like, oh, I'm aggressive. I'm so aggressive. ClickFunnels, let's go. No offense to ClickFunnels users. I know that there's a legion of you out there, but you can show off your skills and be top of mind and not be salesy with your stuff. Like obviously you can promo your coaching at the beginning and at the end with like a little intro outro of, hey, if you enjoyed this and if you think that this type of coaching may benefit you, sign up at blah and do your first session for 50% discount or whatever. It's such an easy sale. And like I said, it's top of mind where now you have planted that seed and you've shown the level of impact that you can make, not only to that person that sat in the hot seat, but everybody that was listening in. All right. So quick recap, coaching session style episodes, show off your skills as a coach. It's a huge value add for your audience. It creates super fans and allows you to promote your program without feeling and being salesy. All right. So 4 reasons why you need to consider the old coaching episode. All right. So we got a few comments here on the IG. I'll make sure I don't put my hand. If you guys have podcasting questions, you can post them anywhere. We are live. Chris McPeak said something about being the bomb. Thank you. It's Jody Brown says, I've had people enroll in my programs and listed my podcast as the reason. Great advice. Yes. So it's just, so many, I've got a great episode coming out soon about premature monetization. That's a great phrase that I invented. And I fell victim to premature monetization early on, where I felt like I had to be selling things. And what I realized soon after, when nobody was buying anything that I was like selling actively, I was like, how about we just build relationships instead? How about we add value? How about we create friendships? Like a lot of people that end up joining like my membership, the Download Growth Club. I don't talk about it a whole lot. It comes up in conversations every once in a while like this, but a lot of people end up joining that I've been connected to them. I've collaborated with them. I've become friends with them. And all of a sudden they're like, I need to do that thing because I know that it's what I need. It's going to fill in the blanks that I'm seeing in my game and really help me level up. All right. So that is something that is super, super important. You got to really focus on being able to focus on relationships instead of just trying to actively sell people. Let's see. Rahel, what is up? Let's see here. How's everybody doing? All right. We got some questions. Okay. We got a good question about pricing over here. So when it comes to like pricing stuff, I can only just tell you what my experience level is, or what I've seen with my own brands. Now, the advantage I have is I have brands where I teach people how to make money, and I have a health brand where I teach people how to get healthy. It has nothing to do with making money, and that's an important distinction when it comes to pricing that I've noticed. And it's not necessarily the way that I think the world should work or the way that things should be, because the fact is, if you can show somebody how to make money or save money, you can charge a lot more. If you're just showing them how to save their own life by getting healthy, unfortunately, people won't spend as much on that. And I'm living proof with having a couple different health podcasts. Like, let's take a membership model. All right. In my experience, it's really hard with a health membership or a non-money making type of membership. So if you're teaching somebody a business membership, an entrepreneurial membership, a mastermind type thing where they're able to level up their business and make money, you can almost charge whatever you want, whatever makes sense. But if it's not that, I've seen very little success over $97, like with health. Usually it's in that $47 or below per month range. I just talked to somebody that we did a podcast audit earlier today about a podcast that has a designer brand, like a home design, home decor. And she's got a membership and she's only charging $19. I said, I think that's, for what you're providing, that's a little low. Let's bump that up to like the $47, $48, $49, $50 per month range, and then hang it out there. And that's a great place to be. So membership wise, that's kind of the litmus test, is like, can you show people how to make money or save money or not? So we're going to go north of $50 a month with the making money or saving money, south of the $50 per month. If you are in the camp of, we don't teach people how to make money, we only save their damn life, Adam. And there's a great resource if you are interested in building a membership. One of my favorite podcasts is called The Membership Guys. And I had them on the show a while back. Probably need to have them on again, but it's an excellent resource when it comes to building an effective membership and monetizing your show with that. All right. I'm not seeing any. Let's see here. Let's check all the channels. This is last call for podcasting questions. We talked a little bit about coaching earlier. We talked about prices for monetization. One thing that I'll talk about as well is Clubhouse. I'm getting super active on the House of Club, and it's really working well. And so for the past couple of months, I've been experimenting, getting other people's rooms. I did my first room last night of my very own. And it was extremely awesome. Like, we had great engagement. We had a bunch of people roll through there. I had great speakers, and I'm making connections. It seems like every time I get on a stage, I'm getting 20 or 30 new followers on Clubhouse, 20 or 30 new followers on Instagram. And my consultation and coaching business is starting to fill up from those relationships pretty rapidly. Like, I did business off of people within an hour of ending my Clubhouse room last night. And that to me is pretty incredible, because I'm not seeing that on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. And I haven't quite put my finger on exactly why Clubhouse is working so well and it's moving people to buying my stuff so soon. I'm not going to complain, but so that's something I'm figuring out. I'm going to do an experiment. All right. I'm going to do an experiment where I'm going to block off my schedule for Monday through Friday. I'm going to do as many Clubhouse rooms, my own rooms and other people's rooms as possible. Like I'm shooting for 5+ per day, and I'm going to document my Clubhouse followers, my Instagram followers, and the dollars made. And I'm just going to document the whole damn thing and do a podcast episode about it. So that is what we are up and running with. All right, let's see here. We got Chris McPeak. We got best way to promote free coaching on your show. So she's falling flat a little bit with that. So with like my podcast audit episode, the key thing is that's not usually the first time I've talked to these people. Sometimes it is. Maybe it's about half and half. And it's helped, obviously that's kind of like the big issue where, people like, I talk about how it self-fills. Like people hear those episodes and then people sign up for those episodes because they heard the episode. Well, that's great advice, Adam. How do I get my first few episodes? And that's where Chris is having a little trouble. So what you could do is recruit a few friends to just get the ball rolling. Like, I'll come on and do the free coaching on the show. Like, me, I'm always down to collab. So you could have friends or close connections on, but I just need to get a few of these out to show people what it is. And then it starts to self-fill and self-advertise. Or you could also do like what I do, where I have the Pod Pals Zoom party. A lot of times people feel safer in a group format, and they know like that's a big group of people getting together for coaching. And then from there, the second step is move them to the one-on-one because they're more comfortable with you at that point. You've added value. They know you're not like going to try to scam them or anything like that, or get real hardcore salesy. So that is what we're doing. All right. We are hopefully that helped, by the way, Chris. We're good to go. I think we've delivered value. I'm really enjoying going live here. Next week, I will have a Clubhouse room right before this. I'm not sure what the topic is going to be. I'll have kind of my Clubhouse schedule dialed up. I think I'm going to do 4 rooms next week of my own, and I'll be obviously bumping into other people's. So if you guys are interested in interacting on Clubhouse, I will be going live in Clubhouse from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern, and then 7 to 8 p.m. We'll be doing, I'm open from 7 to 8 p.m. for this live. As long as you guys want me to stay, I'll stay, and we'll do Q&A. All right, Pod Pals, I appreciate you. You guys are awesome. And I think that, just going to keep getting better. I'll send you out into the world wishing you health, happiness, and many downloads. We will see you in the next episode. See ya.